Okay, we are going to construct the incenter of triangle ACT, which involves finding or constructing the angle bisectors. So I have to do the angle bisectors of each one of the vertices of the triangle. So start off with, you're going to put your needle at C. I'm going to do it at first at C. Open your compass so that your needle is going to cross both sides of angle C. Draw an arc. You can change the distance of your compass, or you can keep it the same, and then you're going to draw from these two intersection points. You're going to draw an arc in the interior, so between the two lines, the two sides of the angle. One in the interior from this intersection point, then one in the interior from this intersection point. Make sure that the two arcs intersect. After this, you're going to connect from C to the intersection of the arc. The thing you need to make sure is that you label your angle bisectors. So that's one. You can erase the excess here and erase the arcs here. Then you have to do the exact same thing for A and the exact same thing for T. So again, you can keep the same opening because usually it works. So I'm going to do it from A, draw an arc that passes through both sides of the angle A. So keeping the same opening, make sure the arc is in the interior. So I draw an arc here from one of the intersections, draw another arc from the other intersection, make sure that they intersect. They do. So, draw a line from the intersection of the arc to the vertex A. Once you do that, you need to give your labeling. So we had one arc mark here, so we're going to do two arcs, two dash marks on the arcs here. And so far, we have the two intersecting here. So theoretically, this should go right to here. We'll see if it actually works. So I'm going to construct my T bisector, draw an arc, crosses both of them. I still have not changed the distance of the compass. I can keep it the same. And make sure it's consistent from here and here when you're creating the arc in the interior of the angle. So I have my intersection here, and eyeballing it, it comes pretty close. So from angle T through the intersection, that's pretty good. And again, watch your labeling. We have two here, we have one here, so I'm going to put three here. Three here. This is the labeling you're going to have in each one of the triangles. You'll have 1, 2, and then 3 on the vertices. Again, erase the excess. And label your point. That's going to be your incenter. I'm going to label that X. Once I have that, this is kind of the tricky part. This is one of the reasons why you need a ruler. A ruler, or your ruler, should have a 90-degree angle that's created at the end or at the edge. So you need to find the distance from point X, which is the incenter, to one of the sides of the triangle. It doesn't matter which side because they're all going to be the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the easy one, which I think is the easy one. So I line up the incenter with the side here, and I draw a line because, again, it has to be perpendicular. Perpendicular. Now, if I did everything correctly, this distance here should be the exact same thing as this distance here and this distance here. But that's the incenter. Now, rather than doing a whole new triangle, I'm going to construct, since we have the Incenter, I'm going to construct the inscribed circle. So, inscribed, you have the word in inscribed, which means it's going to be the interior of the circle. If you created the distance here, that means you just have to measure with your compass, and it should be the exact same throughout the entire triangle. And this looks pretty good. So, let's see what we got. Oh, see, I'm sliding. It's probably a lot easier to do not on a chalkboard. You get the idea. Stop sliding. That's actually pretty good. Now my double arcs here, that's because my compass was sliding. But what you're constructing is you're constructing a circle that touches each one of the sides of the triangle. So and if you do that, if you do your Incenter correctly, you should have no problem getting pretty darn close. The thing when I'm grading these, when I'm looking at these, I'm not looking for, I mean, if you have a little bit of excess out here, that's fine. The thing I don't want to see is I do not want to see something like this, where you just go, okay, this kind of looks at here, so that's touching, and then we're going to go like this, and you have a very crappy circle. So I want to see a little bit more neatness. But that's Incenter, and that's also Inscribed circle.